And we are going to add an animation to the glass where it's going to look like it's, when the snow globe snows. Anyway, but I want to animate my character first, my snowman. So I'm not sure that I need, I'll leave this on for now. So I'm going to select my, actually I need my armature back on. So I'm going to unhide that, select my armature, go to pose mode. And I don't think I need this on, so I'm going to join. Okay. So let's see. Maybe I let him stay there for a little while. So I'm going to press A to select all. And just going to do location, rotation, and scale. Okay. So then maybe about 5 frames in, he starts moving. I'm gonna see about, I'm gonna go back to object mode for now. I'm going to press I and set a keyframe for my trees. And I'm gonna do something here with these trees so they're not staying the same. I don't know what I want to do. So kind of want to squish them and make them go up and down maybe. Oh, but not right there. So I'm going to skip to 10. I'm going to squish these. Select I messed with the scale, so I'm going to set my scale rotation. Then I'm going to go back to, not back, I'm going to go to 20. Okay, I don't know. So now I brought him back up. I'm going to press I. I've messed with the scale. And let me just kind of see what that looks like. Maybe that's a little too much scaling here. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit. I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm done with the animation part. The next step is going to be doing the glass. I'm just going to bring it back to this frame 0. I will go ahead and turn on the glass. I am also going to go ahead and save here, so I don't want to have to do any of that again. And I just double save. Okay. So I'm gonna turn off the glass for now. What we're gonna do is make the little snowballs that are gonna be falling inside of our snow globe. So to do that, you need to get this mesh round cube. You're probably not gonna see it there. So to see it, you're gonna go to File. I'm sorry, you're gonna go to Edit, Preferences. And on add-ons, if you search the word extra, you'll see these two pop up, and go ahead and check them both. For sure, the add curve, that's the one that we're gonna need. So you'll just check that, search extra, check that, and then you should have these options. So you'll go to add mesh round cube. I'll change that to 4. Anyway, I'm just going to bring this up here for now. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over to the side, and you can come over here and rename that snowflake. If you want, you can go ahead and make it smaller, but we can always come back and edit that later. So I know we all did our glass here, but sorry, you have to delete it because we need to do it in the quad sphere. So sorry about that. So we're going to go to add mesh. We're going to insert another round cube. And we're going to leave this here at 8. We'll go ahead and scale this. Right? Sorry. Where'd it go? Is that it? No. There it is. Hi. Remember to scale it on the white line so it doesn't get... I should have left the other one just to use as a reference. If you want to make sure they're kind of centered, you can press in and check the locations here. This is I don't even know which one it would be at. 0.312. Is that 0.22? What if I copy that? Can I paste it? Okay, so that should be centered now. Press N to get rid of that. Okay, so now we'll go to the modifier panel, add subdivision surface, increase that till you get it smooth the way you want it. Okay. I'm not sure if I should leave it at 2 or 3. I'll just leave it at 2 for now. Okay, so with this selected, we're gonna go to this one here, which is Object Properties. And where it says Display As, we're gonna change that to Wire. Then we're gonna go back to the modifier panel. We're gonna add the Solidify modifier. And make sure that it is at the bottom of subdivision surface. Let me see, 0.05. Okay, so that just kind of gave that a little thickness there. That's going to help when we do our glass. Maybe, I'm trying to see how thick I oh, maybe 0.4. I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to duplicate our globe here because we need another one because that's going to be what we use for our snow. So press Shift and D. Sorry, with the select tool, Shift and D. Make sure you see it and just go right click so that it lays it right on top of it. And then on this new one, we want to get rid of the solidify. Okay, so make sure you have the one selected that doesn't have the solidify. Okay, we're going to go into edit mode. And we're going to just kind of highlight these. I'm trying to think how much. Yeah, so highlight these bottom. Oh, make sure you have X-ray on, sorry. So make sure you have X-ray mode on. And we're going to highlight these bottom cubes here. I'm not sure why these front ones are not highlighting. So I'm going to go back in and add. I'm going to redo that. Okay, I'm going to get my vertex select and highlight. I'm trying not to get those up there, but we'll see. I don't think it matters. Okay, so you have that highlighted. We're going to delete those. So you can press delete, vertices. Okay, so then we should just have that section there on the top. You know what? I think that is a little bit too much cut off, so I'm going to undo that. Okay, bring this down a little bit. No. Okay, now I'm going to delete those. Let's delete vertices and press A so you can see what you got. So something around that. Then we want to get our scale tool, and we're just going to scale this in our globe a little bit. Okay, just a little bit there, just like that. Okay, so now we'll go back into object mode, and again with just the small one selected, we're going to take off that subdivision surface also. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this X-ray mode for now. I'm going to go back here, and I still have this top part selected. I'm going to change this back to textured view. Then we're going to come here to particle properties. Okay, so over here we're going to add a new particle setting. And we're going to scroll down here to field weights, and we're going to turn off the gravity. Okay, then we'll come to velocity and set the normal to 0. Then we're going to put 0.8 here. Okay, it's going up. Those little balls are too small. Why is it? So I think we would change this end frame. It ended at 42. Okay, so since they're going up, we're going to change, where is it? Right here, the Z to negative. So let's scroll this backwards. So notice they're going pretty slow. They're not making it all the way down. So we're going to increase this. It's going to do a little bit at a time. Still not enough. There we go. This is the size. So viewport display size, you can come increase that. That's a little too many. Will this change the amount? Okay. I feel like it's not going fast enough here. Well, these don't even have time to make it down. My what is it? My animation is way too short. So what I'm gonna do is first. So if I add another, that would be 42 plus 42 is 84. So I'm gonna go here, change this to 84. And let me see. So again, this stops here. I would need to copy those. So Shift D. Move that one over. Okay, and then I need to duplicate the trees. Okay, we click on the trees. This is up, so I need to go down. So I need maybe 4. Shift D. So 42. Okay, so I'm going to click in here. I want this thing again. Go back to my what is this called? Object properties. No, is that? It's this one. Particle settings. Change this. So just keep messing with the settings, and I think number wise that's a lot better. It doesn't quite get to the bottom, which fine. Might not be anything I can do about that. Oh, it ends at 42. I needed to end at 84. Okay, that's not too terrible. Okay, I'm gonna leave that like that for now. Okay, so now what we want to do is go down to where it says render here, and we're going to change render as to object. Nothing happened. Oh, okay, right here, see where the little object is? We're going to click on that and click on our snowflake. Okay, if we play that again, you can see now they're a lot smaller again. So now we got to change this. So first, let me go back because I got ahead of myself. Here for scale, let me go to where I can see more. You can make those bigger again. You can change the scale randomness so they're not all the same size. And let's play that again. So just kind of get those the way you want them. Oh, too big. It looks like I need to go back and click on that snowflake. That needs a subdivision surface. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it. Okay, and go back to, click on this again, this one. Go back to this. Maybe it's a little too big. Maybe 0.65. Maybe a little less random. Shade smooth that. Okay. Back here. And down here again on render, we want to uncheck this. Show emitter, uncheck that. So that way that doesn't show. So now we're gonna start. Well, we're gonna get ready to do this thing, but first we want to go to here where it's the render settings, render properties are. So in Eevee, we're gonna check this, the ambient inclusion. We're gonna check the bloom and screen space reflections. Go ahead and drop that down, and we want to check off refraction. Real quickly, go into the cycles render engine and change that to GPU commute. And remember, cycles does take longer to render, but there's material-wise, it does better in certain areas. So, yeah, anyway. We might use cycles, we might use Eevee, we'll see how. I'll check both and we'll see what looks better. Okay, on denoising, select viewpoint, check that, and then, okay, so if we check off this adaptive, well, adaptive sampling here. We're going to change this to 0.01. Here, I don't know. I'm going to do 64 because I don't know. Okay, so we have those, but let's go ahead and change it back to Eevee and then go back to cycles, make sure all your settings are still there. They are. So let's go back to Eevee because it's faster. Okay, so now you can click on the glass here. I'll go ahead and name that class. And I'm not sure if this snowflake here is going to render. So I'm going to stick it somewhere where you can't see it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm going to go, click on the glass. I'm going to go back to, which one was it? This one? Yeah, display as texture. And go to materials, add a new material. Also put it glass. Okay, we're going to scroll down where it says Okay, right here where it says settings, you want to check screen space refraction. Then we're going to go up here to transmission and turn that all the way up. I don't know, am I supposed to be in cycles? Because I can't see it. Oh, hello. You need to go to material preview. Then on roughness. Okay, so on roughness, we're going to change that to 0.01. Okay. Then here at IOR, we're going to do 1.1. Okay, so if we go to, what is it? Render settings? I mean, viewport shading mode. Okay. We need to add our light source. So I'm going to add my split here. I'm going to do my camera view here. Scroll in here to get that deselected. And I know that right now this is not right, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. Okay, where did I add a light? Oops, no, I don't think I added my light yet. Okay, so add light. I'm going to add an area light. So I'm going to go ahead and scale this. Okay, I'm gonna go to the render settings here. I'm gonna go to color management. We're gonna go to high contrast. Whoa. Okay, so I think that helps a lot. So I messed with the exposure. I raised mine to 2. Just depends, you know, what you're wanting to do. One thing I do want to do is select this, what is it? This guy. Okay. I'm going to go back to particle settings. I'm going to go here where it says catch. Okay, we're going to click Bake All Dynamics. Okay, I'm going back because I don't like how cartoony it looks, but I might just have to leave it. You'll notice anytime I move back to cycles, it takes forever, right? But it looks a lot better. So that's why when we render it, it's going to take forever because it's in cycles. But it's going to look like, I like that look a lot better. If you like the cartoon look, you can render an Eevee. It'll be a lot shorter. But I do want to do it in cycles. The only thing is you don't want to move to cycles till the very end. Why? Okay, whoa. Because look how slow it makes your workspace. So I am going to save what I have so far, as I don't want to do that again. And I'm just going to let this load back up. One thing in cycle ported, GPU commute, path tracing, 124, viewpoint 32. The higher this number is, the better the render is going to be, but the longer it's going to take. The first time I rendered it, I did 100, and it came out, the whole globe was like noisy. So that's when I came and increased it. This is at 0.03. Again, checked that. Minimum sample 0. On denoising, I have render and viewpoint checked with open image denoise selected there. 1, 0, 0, 0.01. Okay, so that should be it with there. The only thing that you might want to change is if you want a better render than what I had. Okay, so when I'm going to render the animation now. So you want to go to the render, the output properties, and instead of doing 1920 by 1080, because 1920 by 1080 because the file is still large and it's going to take forever to render. Because we're using cycles, we are going to use a different dimension, which is just the HD dimension. So instead of 1920, we're going to change this to 1280. And then this one to 720. Okay, it should be around the same size here, but it should be a shorter amount of time to render. Make sure that you have your end frame set to wherever your animation ends. You want to come here and make sure you select a folder to save in. If you don't do that, remember it's not going to save anywhere and you would have wasted all that time. File format, you want to choose the one with the video. Then if you'll come down to encoding and change container to the MPEG-4, the very bottom, that will save it as an MP4 rather than the MBK. Then you'll just render animation, and it will take a while. And that's it.